This man's name is Representative Dennis Johnson, and he is from Oklahoma, and he has done some maniac-worthy antics this week. Here you go. Oklahoma House Majority Leader casually uses an anti-Semitic slur during a bill debate and then laughs it off. The Republican co-majority leader of Oklahoma House of Representatives casually apologized yesterday for casually using an anti-Semitic slur during a debate on a bill to repeal an old law prohibiting retailers from selling their items at a loss. The bill in question, SB 550, overturns a 70-year-old ban on selling products at less than 6% above cost, which was aimed at preventing big-box retailers from putting smaller companies out of business with so-called loss leaders. A good example of that would, of course, be Walmart, who sells many of their top item products, things you go in like laundry detergent, for instance. They sell that at a loss, so they get you in the door and then mark up other things that are cheaper to make, and that's how, in some ways, they're able to keep their prices so much lower than competitors when they don't have the economies of scale. But back to the story. In defending the bill, Rep. Dennis Johnson, who's from Duncan, who's a small business owner himself, asserted that service will always win over price, which in itself is, we've seen that that's not true, but that's not the point. So here's what Johnson said. Customers might try to Jew me down on the price. That's fine. You know what? That's free market as well. It was pointed out to him that the phrase to Jew down might be considered offensive by, say, Jewish people. Johnson half-heartedly apologized. He said, I apologize to the Jews, to the laughter of his colleagues in the House. They're good small businessmen as well, which is also anti-Semitic. It's worth noting that there isn't a single Jewish member in either house of the Oklahoma legislature. And when they were reached for comment, Joe Griffin, who's the spokesperson for the Speaker of the House, said Johnson is not the first person to make a comment they regret. The chamber accepted his apology and has moved on. My question for you, Richard Fowler, is this man a maniac, and what is going on in Oklahoma?
Well, I guess he's a maniac. I mean, I think there's no other way to put it. He's definitely a maniac. What's going on in Oklahoma? I don't know. There's just not enough diversity there. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah. I mean, you think that these people would know better, and the fact that the PR person who should be most sensitive to an issue like this, how much easier is it to say it was wrong and it won't happen again, as opposed to, oh, well, people say stuff like this all the time.
Well, it doesn't seem to be that it was the PR person that said it. Seems to be, not his representative, but the majority leader who said that,
No, it was the spokesperson for the speaker.
For the speaker. So from the speaker's lens, it's clear that, this happens all the time in Oakland.
We say Jew it down all the time, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, and I mean, that's sort of sad that they would use anti-Semitic comments, but, I don't know, America. I got to tell you, I'm just one of those people that's like, well, don't elect them.
Yeah, that's a good point, but I mean, it's funny because, if you probably rewound 10, 20 years ago, comments like this would not even make the news. But now, because we have the internet, all of these small-town politicians are being put under the microscope, whether for better or worse.
Yeah, I mean, and they should be. I think everybody's character should be scrutinized when they're running for office. And clearly this gentleman's character is, of not high caliber. But the people elected, I mean, I don't know how else to, I guess the argument here is, while we should never condone these actions. I don't condone any anti-Semitic, I don't condone any racial actions. But, I mean, it just means that progressives and Democrats in Oklahoma need to get more organized and vote them out.